Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Victoria. This is Radiant Moon Tarot. This is your December 2023 money and career readings for all Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to you. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm always grateful for every single one of you. Let's have a look and see what we've got for your month ahead. The first energies that we've got coming out there, we've got a twofer, is we've got walking away. So this is all about being brave, being confident, and taking a little bit of a chance and opening that gate, opening that door, and moving towards something that you want, something that's better, something that's more lucrative, hopefully. But it does require walking away from something. So it does require change on your part. So this can be where you're willing to make some better choices in regards to your money, right? We have a lot of people right now that are really battening down the hatches, and they're looking at their spending habits and saying, what can I cut out? What can I leave behind? What do I not need in my life right now? And making some really healthy choices financially, right? But we got to walk away from something, those old patterns, habits, and behaviors. For some of you, you are ready for a change. You're not getting what you want right now, where you are in your career path, right? Maybe you're not being valued. Perhaps you don't have a really good work-home life balance, right? People talk about that all the time, but how often do we actually execute it and get the opportunity for that? So you might be considering making some change for something that hopefully is a lot better for you and is a little bit more in alignment with your goals, with your dreams, with your plans for the future. But again, we've got to let something go in order to move forward. Some of you are really wanting to move onwards and upwards in your career path. And this shows that there are opportunities, there's doors opening for you, but you've got to be willing to take those steps and maybe get out of your comfort zone. We have storm warning coming in here for you guys as well. Now, the storm warning in this particular card is a heads up that there might be some things that are a little bit bumpy and rocky. So, at this time of year, we've got a lot of celebrations, a lot of family gatherings, a lot of social gatherings, right? And we've got a lot of pressure sometimes at this time of year, right? Are you going to host the family dinner? Are you going to, maybe you have, a whole bunch of people that you want to buy some gifts for, right? You might have some challenges within your family unit here with the storm warning, and, everyone has a different opinion. So, or everyone kind of has a little bit of a different outlook on, how much we want to spend this year and that kind of thing. So it can be a little bit of turbulent energy around that, trying to get people on the same page or get people in agreement. The storm warning can also represent that maybe there is some sort of storm brewing, perhaps in your career, in your workplace, or maybe even with your finances here. So it's a heads up for you. It's a short-lived storm, just like that tornado, right? Tornado, we kind of get electricity in the air. We get some buzz in the air, right? Anyone that's ever lived in Tornado Alley, as they call it, they can sense something a little bit different in the air around you, right? It's like, I think something's going to happen, right? Hard to predict though. But it's short-lived. Comes in, sweeps an area clean, causes a little bit of chaos, and then goes out, and then we've got the calm after the storm. So the storm warning is something short-lived, but probably something that you do need to deal with in your month ahead, but it's not anything that you can't recover from or something that you can't correct. It's just that turbulent energy there. So this can be something happening around you that hopefully you're just a little bit of an observer, and this can actually clear the path, just like a tornado does. It can clear the path for you for new beginnings or for those improvements in your life. It is a card number 10. 10s are endings, right? They're the culmination of something, but it does transform and move forward into a new beginning in some way. So this can be something, for example, in your workplace, right? right? Maybe they come in one day and do a restructure, and maybe you've kind of had some spidey senses going on around it for a while, and you could actually come out okay in the end. Sometimes we just, sometimes companies do that restructure, and they do maybe get rid of or reassign a couple of different people, but then it can actually realign positions, and you could end up better off than you are. Or it could also alternatively be something where you're like, oh man, you know what? This is the final straw. I'm out of here. And this can actually be that catalyst that gets you out of your comfort zone, walking away, right? We have the Angel of Strength coming in here. It's card 50, which is interesting because 50 reduces down into a 5. 5 represent obstacles and challenges, but also exciting opportunities for change. So with the Angel of Strength card coming in here, very much like the Strength card in tarot, this is all about your inner strength, your confidence, your ability to move forward, your courage in the path of adversity, your energy boost and your confidence boost to stand up and to advocate for yourself, maybe even for other people here in this energy, and to persevere no matter what is going on, no matter what is happening in your world. So call on the Angel of Strength. You're being guided, you're being protected. You might need to tap into a little bit of courage, especially if you've been wanting to do something for a while, or that, something's got to change, whether it's something as simple as your spending habits, or whether it's something like your career path, whatever it is. This is, maybe been brewing for a while for you. And even if it's something new, the Angel of Strength is there to guide you, protect you, and help lift you up every single step of the way. So call on the Angel of Strength. This also does remind you of the courage, the power, and the confidence that lies within you. All right. Speak your truth, speak your mind, resolve issues, right? Or even make some changes. We've got the Two of Gifts coming in here. It's your overall energy coming in. We've got the Queen of Gifts here as well. I'm just going to pull them all and then we'll go into them. We've got the Seven of Candles. There you go. Standing up for yourself, or even advocating for other people. Very interesting. And we also have the Three of Candles there as well. So you are on a little bit of a journey, and especially at the back of the deck, we've got the Child card, and this is the Fool. The Fool represents excitement and adventure and new beginnings, or the next stage of your life. It can be venturing into the unknown. It can be gathering your courage and trusting yourself to make the right decisions and to take that leap of faith, to jump to something with both feet. You might not know where something is going to lead you. You might not know the outcome of something that you deal with, or something that you start, but you will never know unless you try. And this energy is all about the new and the fresh energy, being excited about the future, and really embracing those opportunities, or the zest for life there, right? It does bring in that excitement. It also brings in some naive energy here as well. Okay, a little bit of innocence, so in this here, you might be trying to make some decision. There might be something that you don't know. And so you might have the opportunity in here to get some advice from somebody, from a neutral third party perhaps, or do some research, right? Sometimes, yes, we do need to jump right in. We do need to take that leap forward, but we also need to make sure that we've got the information that we need, right? So it's like, okay, I've got all this information. This is actually looking pretty good. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm willing to take that chance, and I'm just going to go for it, right? So just make sure that you do have whatever information it is that you are looking for, but new beginnings on the horizon for you, and something exciting there. But we do have the Two of Gifts, and this is coming in as your overall energy. So this is the Two of Pentacles energy, balance and harmony. This shows that there's something not quite in alignment when we get this. We're, quite often a little bit overloaded. We've got a lot on the go. Time management is incredibly important, right? But we're off balance in some way with this, right? So this can be really where your focus is. What is not balanced? Is it my bank book, right? Is it my checkbook, right? If you still use one of those things. Is it my household budget? If you've got a significant other, right, and you share your finances, are things, distributed equally, whatever that looks like to you, right? So this can be a little bit of a challenge sometimes. So this also does say that you do have a lot of responsibilities, and even though you keep things together, you're very capable. This shows that it's not sustainable for the long term, so you may need to do something sooner rather than later just to lighten your load and kind of get things where you feel it's like, okay, I've got a healthy balance in my life, I'm good. But the Two of Gifts can also represent maybe you have some decisions to make. You're weighing up your options, option A, option B. Is there a hidden option C? And but it's a positive thing, right? So you could just be juggling, of course, your money through right about now, right? And you're like, okay, I'm tired of juggling money, moving money from one account to another, or robbing Peter to pay Paul. And so this can be where you really do need to kind of take that step back and really take maybe a scaled back approach to some spending. But you may, again, also have, some options, right? Something to consider. So you might be just weighing up your options, trying to figure out, what do I want to do? Where do I want to go? Hopefully there's multiple opportunities opening up for you to make more money, to expand your horizons, or to get some more stability and security. The Queen of Gifts comes in here as your challenge position. Now, your challenge is not necessarily, it's not the same as being in the reverse. It's delays. It's just an obstacle that we need to deal with. It's something maybe a little bit turbulent that's going on, something we need to resolve or work through in order to move forward. Now, the Queen of Gifts is the Queen of Pentacles energy, right? And the Queen of Pentacles is about being open and receptive and nurturing your goals and your dreams, and really feeling abundant and confident and down to earth. It's also about being patient to nurture things. Did I just say that? I'm not sure. Anyway, so sometimes it's a struggle because we're not always patient. We don't always allow things to unfold in their natural energy, right? And we want to control things. We want to push the envelope. We want things to happen in the here and now. And so sometimes, they really do say patience is a virtue. And the Angel of Strength card does bring in, yes, this power, this strength, this courage, but it also brings in the flip side of that, which is patience, kindness, compassion, allowing, right? And being a little bit in the flow, right? So we don't resist things that are around us, but we're open and we're receptive, and we know when to power through. We know when to take those brave steps forward. So it can be a challenge to be in that calmer energy there. So probably maybe something that you need to work through. Now, for some of you here, you've been nurturing something for a while. There might be something in your home environment here, right? It's the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is very home oriented, right? Stability, security, very committed, right? So this can be where there's maybe something, again, in your household finances, right? And how you do divvy up some responsibilities in regards to your money. It's going to also be where you want to spend more time at home. You want to have those family gatherings. You want to say decorate for the season, or, you want to plan those get-togethers, right? And, and your ability to spend that quality time at home may be impacted by the fact that you've got a lot of responsibilities that you're juggling. So again, looking at that balance in your life is probably quite important to you. And especially if you're constantly, maybe you work two jobs, right? Two of Gifts, right? You might work two jobs, right? You're like, oh my God, I'm never home. You could be, carrying a heavy burden in your workplace, right? And you're like, I'm tired of working overtime, and, maybe I don't get paid for it, or maybe you do, right? But, what is the impact of that, right? So this can represent that spending more time at home can be a little bit of a challenge, and it might be something that you need to really have a good look at, right? And shake things up a little bit on yourself. But I think the Queen of Gifts here can also be a very helpful person. And sometimes we have helpful people that are around us, but we resist the help. And it could be help financially, it could be advice, right? It could be an opportunity. And sometimes our instinct is to turn something down because we're stubborn sometimes, right? And we want to have that sense of pride, right? Angel of strength card with the lion there, right? We've got a sense of pride, and we think that accepting help or offers and things that maybe we feel that we didn't earn it or we didn't deserve it, or we're like, no, I just am stubborn, I want to do it on my own. So there might be someone that's trying to help you or give you something there, and so you might be resisting that. So have a look at that, because what we want to do is keep the energy flowing, right? Money is circulatory, it's energy, right? So what we put out flows back to us. And so you could be getting some rewards or some gifts for something that you have, you've put in the time and effort and that you deserve, right? So we want to accept those things. When we put the brakes on and when we say no, even if it's just someone offering advice, what happens is we stop that flow of energy, right? And we don't want to do that. So even if someone does have some, heartfelt advice, let them give it. Okay, fine. You don't have to follow it necessarily, right? But if someone's trying to give you a gift or show you an opportunity or something, maybe have a look and, maybe try and get yourself in receiving mode there. But I do think here that maybe there is something that you very much deserve with the Queen of Gifts, and the challenge there is that you haven't quite gotten it yet, and that you don't know if you're going to get it. Hence the Seven of Candles. And the Seven of Candles is the Seven of Wands energy, and this is number one, where we are in a position of strength and power. This is the blessings headed your way in December, the energy benefiting you the most. And so power, confidence, you're in a position of strength. You have the ability to rise above anything that life is throwing at you, right? You have the ability to rise above your obstacles, your challenges, right? You might have a lot of things coming towards you, but part of your blessing is your ability here to stand and face things, to deal with things head on, but also to draw a line in the sand and put up some boundaries. This is quite often where we do that, right? And the traditional imagery, I mean, even in this one, right, we've got a whole bunch of candles, right? But this guy is holding a candle and he's like, no. And, so sometimes we do need to put up those very firm boundaries so that people don't cross them. And that's part of how we do maintain balance, or we find a little bit more balance in our world. It's like, nope, I've got all that I can chew. I've bitten off all that I can chew right now. I've got enough on my plate right now. The answer is no. So you may have to put up some boundaries with somebody or with some situation in your world here with this. But the Seven of Candles is also about standing up for yourself, advocating for yourself, maybe even for other people, for the greater good of your fellow coworkers or fellow people in your world. And this is where we stand up and we say, I've worked hard for this. This is what I deserve, right? Or this is, what I've been promised and I haven't gotten yet. So you might be in a position where you do need to go and ask for what it is that is supposed to be yours. And it's not the easiest thing to do, especially, maybe you consider someone promised you something, Queen of Gifts, right? Maybe someone promised you a Christmas bonus, or they promised you a raise, or the next promotion, that the next door, the next opportunity that opens up, that's yours, and maybe you didn't get it. And so this can be where you really do really tap into that inner strength, and you go and you stand up. And you say, this was mine, you promised me this, or, hey, I've been here, I carry all this responsibility, it's affecting my home life, right? That kind of thing, right? And, so we need to make some change. Whatever that is for you, advocate for yourself and stand up for yourself. And the thing is that we don't always do that because sometimes we're afraid of having a no, right? And not getting the answer that we want. But quite often that can actually be, even if we get a no, right, it can actually be the catalyst for change. And again, we see this up here. There's something here that may happen that causes you to sit there and go, you know what? Now I have my answer. Now I know what I need to do. I'm going to go do something a little bit different. All right. But you are in a position of strength no matter what an outcome is. And the Three of Candles is about keeping your options open, right? Removing obstacles and block. The path forward is clear. And your advice from Spirit here is to get ready to take some action, to move forward, to expand your horizon and follow your goals and your dreams, whatever that happens to be for you. You know what you want, right? That two of candles, the two candles that are on the windowsill, you know what you want, and you're holding that third one and you're like, okay, I'm ready for action. So take action, take that initiative, move, get ready to move forward, or get ready just to, recognize that your efforts, your actions, and your conversations have opened a door for you, right? They've cleared away obstacles and challenges, right? And just like that three of candles, the path forward is clear. We've got a clear path. The storm warning does the same thing, right? We got to shake things up to clear the path in front of us. So some really interesting energy there for you, but doors opening for you, expansion and growth for you. And yes, there might be an opportunity to make some change, go to a different location. For some of you here, maybe you're trying to figure out if you can afford maybe like a trip somewhere. The child card there, the Fool energy, can represent some travel and adventure. The Three of Candles can represent some travel. And so maybe you do have an invitation to go and visit someone or travel to a family member's home or something like that, or maybe even to relocate to a new locale. And I think you're being encouraged here to, to follow through with that, right? To try and find a way to go on that little trip away, or to visit back your hometown or whatever it happens to be. It's probably quite good for your soul in that. We have the whips coming in here. We've got the crossroad, children, mountain, and we have the garden. So in this energy here, there might be something that is a recurring theme, right? The whips can represent arguments and tension and discord. It can represent that storm, right? And so maybe there's something going on where you got the same old every single day, because the whips can repeat things over and over again. And with the crossroads, it's like, okay, this isn't going to change. This is not going to keep on going on. Same story every single day. I need to figure out which direction I want to take, because when we're at the crossroads, right, we are trying to figure out what path to take, what direction to take. How do I deal with this, right? Do I, go left? Do I go right? Am I in the right spot? Do I keep moving forward, right? Or, the crossroads can also represent that maybe there's, some issues here, and you do need to kind of divide up some workload, right? Divide up some responsibilities, just like the Two of gifts there, Two of Pentacles can show there's some imbalance. And I'm so sorry if you hear that. I have new kittens, and there's two of them, and they're on the other side of a barrier right now, and one of them is very moody. She's fine. She's just very loud. Anyways, she'll be okay in a second. So anyways, so you might be trying to figure out what path to take, or maybe you do need to divide up some responsibilities. We do have the children card coming in here, and this is the child card. Now, it can represent that there might be something here to do with your children. Maybe you want to go on a trip with your children. You want more time. Children, mountain, and the garden. You want more time to spend with your children, to spend time in the outdoors, to go out and have some fun, right? You want to slow things down a little bit. The mountain can represent that there's obstacles to that, though, right? And even if you don't have children, right, you want a little bit more fun in your world, or you want to spend some more time at home doing the things that you really do enjoy. So this can be where you have an important decision to make. You need to figure out, how do I get that? How do I get that time back? How do I get that balance back in my life, right? So so this can be what you're working towards. This can also show here that, there is something new, right? The children card here can represent something new, new beginnings, can also represent an easier time, right? So if things are challenging here for you now, you're looking to, again, lighten that load here. So there might be something new on the horizon for you. Maybe something that, you've waited for a while. With the mountain, it can represent an obstacle in your path that you have to work through and overcome, but it can also represent a delay, right? So there's a delay in getting what you want, want a delay in moving forward, right? But the garden here can represent invitations and offers. It can represent the social aspect and environment there, things opening up for you in a very positive way. So it can be something really very exciting. So a couple starts and stops and a couple little ups and downs, but I do feel like there's some really good opportunities for growth, for finding what it is you're looking for, especially if it's any kind of balance or restructure. And of course, there is new on the horizons for you there. So let's get a couple more cards out here for you. One, not that one, thank you. And two, okay. And we have here, there she is again. Her name is Lily. She's 8 weeks old and she's kind of a little bit needy, but she's perfectly safe. Anyways, we have windfall of abundance coming in here. Well, this is exciting. An increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health, and charitable work. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful card to get. All right, and we do have that Queen of Pentacles, remember. We also have quiet retreat. It's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world. Create this quiet time for yourself and you'll have more clarity on what to do next. There we go. I'm going to leave all that there for you guys. I hope there was something here for you. If there was, please press like on this video. It lets me know you resonate with the reading. It also lets YouTube know the same thing. Feel free to leave a comment in the box down below as well. And if you do enjoy my content, please subscribe to my channel. And if you hit the notification bell, you will always know, in theory, whenever I put up a new reading. So I thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful month ahead, and I'll see you later. Bye.